Welcome back to the second half of the 52nd episode. Now, you might not know this. I didn't know it until I stood up to go on break and Spootnik went on break. He is wearing his Finley Longbottom shirt right now. That custom exclusive that you can only get on this show by going to teespring.com/APGamingREAL store.
Oh, dang.
Get those character shirts. I have not done merch in a while. That was the last merch thing I did, so I don't know. I guess maybe I really need to step up my merch game. Merch.
Merch is tough, dude.
I know. Nothing ever sold as well as the Winter's Edge 2 shirts.
I don't know, dude. Let's make a Kelly body pillow. Yeah.
No, thank you.
I'm still waiting for
somebody. That's your IP. If you want to make that, that's fine. I don't know that I want to.
Well, I did.
Look,
tell you
here's the
that
thing, Dave.
Making a...
I gotta tell you, if I get involved in that kind of shit, it's gonna be a rabbit hole. I'm gonna be like 3 Dakimakuras deep. I'm gonna be selling Kigurumis. I'm gonna be like, surrounded by anime now. Everything is anime.
What else? What would that change? To be fair, I can't.
Listen, it's been a while since I've watched anime.
All right, guys, let me tell you a story real quick. When Arthur went to send us a Zoom link tonight,
that's true.
He was like, all right, control paste. Got it. Walk away.
I do. That's what I do. I hit Control V enter, and then I go to do other things.
Yeah, he was sitting in the room by himself, and he came back, and he was like, "Why has no one joined this thing right now?"
Yeah.
He goes back to check Discord. What he posted was just some anime
it's from
girl,
okay. You can go see it. It's in Fate Grand Order. It's somebody playing. It's Artoria from Fate Grand Order playing Animal Crossing.
Doesn't matter. We're
no, what matters is it used to be that when you started a Zoom call, it would automatically copy the link into your copy paste. And so when I start a show, I just go Control V enter. And then I go, all right, well, now I got to set up the stream. Like, I have other things to do.
All I'm saying is Arthur's just like, I don't want to live that anime life. And then he just...
Look, it's one thing to post links of anime shit. It's another thing to be surrounded by Kigurumis and Dakimakuras, okay?
AP, you deleted the evidence in the Discord.
Look, we're talking about it right now. Let me ask you a question. Do you really want to be looking at that pic? If you want to go see it, just go to the Fate Grand Order channel. It's still there.
Yeah. No, I'm just ribbing you.
Okay.
I still want a Team Battle Juice, like 80s metal album cover.
We'll work on it.
That's the thing with merch. I forget who I was talking with, but I was talking with someone recently about this, like, really niche merch. You either have to be like a really dedicated audience that will buy that, or you have to make it like a niche reference with a really nice shirt that people who don't know what it is will buy it.
Listen, right here, I'm about to sell you on this. Spootnik's face, drawn by an artist, beer coasters.
Here's what I want. I would love...
We can get a 5-pack of all of us. We'll just call it Bearded Bros 5-pack.
Oh my god, so good.
You provide the 6th and the 6-pack, yeah.
The bud pack.
Here's what I want. I want the Star Wars movie poster for this show.
Which one is Kelly? Is Kelly the one holding the sword up, or is Kelly the one draped dramatically going, oh?
What you could do is have like a gigantic crystal.
Kelly doing that to himself.
There's like the 4 characters and like the 4 characters on the sides, and then the big crystal in the middle. But in the crystal's facets are like different versions of us reflected.
No, I like the idea that it's each 4 Star Wars movie posters, and the A New Hope is just Kelly's. Every character is a different Kelly.
Oh my god!
We do Agrim for Empire Strikes Back.
I was going to say my dwarf is Harry.
Darth Agrim looking out over the world.
Yellow eyes coming out of a bear thing that's kind of looks like Darth Vader's helmet.
Yes.
That's right, Agrim. I am also you. No!
It's Agrim after he falls to the bloodlust.
All right, where were we? The rest of you are getting drunk. Are you doing anything beyond looking at Kelly's new starter deck?
I mean, you know, if anybody gives me the eyes, I'll just be like, "Wanna fuck?"
Okay, make a charisma saving throw.
No one
the,
fucks the dwarf.
the halfling bartender.
No
the
one-
halfling bartender's like, yeah.
You're like the bass player in a band.
No one fucks a dwarf. You said charisma saving throw?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see, boys. With my I got no pluses, no minuses.
Nope.
Hey,
It
that's what I like
shows.
to see.
Look, man, nobody wants a fucking dwarf.
Nobody wants to fuck
Sorry.
a dwarf.
We replaced our dwarf with a mini fridge, and now everyone's so much happier.
I feel like when you say that, like a drunken human woman with ample bosom exposed just wanders over and like helps refill your drink, and she just says, "I'm sorry, you're a very handsome gentleman, but I just don't, I don't find you attractive in that way. But can I stroke your beard? It's super cute."
A lot.
Okay. She just starts combing your beard for you. She's like, "You haven't combed this in so long." She's like, got her cheek up against it, and she's like, "It's so soft. Have you considered oiling it?"
I use the same oil I put on my hammer and my axe. It's just, riding a long way, just the wind, it gets all knotty. It's a whole thing.
An entire metal cup falls out of it.
But there was in Warhammer Age of Reckoning, one of the pre-order bonuses for that game was a dwarven beard that had a keg in it, kind of like a Saint Bernard would have, but it was rolled up in the beard. It was a little keg. It was hilarious.
Nice.
All right, I'm about to get real fantasy novel on you. She reaches into her cleavage and pulls out a container and says, "My cousin makes this lavender beard oil. Look, you should try some, okay? If you like it, next time you come by, you can get, the non-free version." She starts like beard oiling your beard.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay, yeah. Kelly, Finley,
Usually he doesn't like people touching his beard, but he's, like
drunk and horny.
Yeah.
Finley feels disturbed by watching Agram get his beard oiled, so he finishes his drink.
Look, don't kink shame me.
Finishes his drink and goes outside to go to sleep.
All right, yeah, you head back to the barn.
We've got rooms.
When you get there, no, you don't. You have a barn.
I thought we had.
Nope, you got a barn.
Okay, fair enough. Whatever.
The barn is relatively warm, but it's dark and terrifying and filled with straw. There's a little bit of a smell, but it's not like you're sleeping outside under the stars during the middle of a storm.
Yeah,
so
protected from the wind anyway.
Yeah. Haig is in there, just like creepily sitting. His eyes are open. He's in lotus position. His hands are out, and just going,
I thought you were gonna say facing the corner.
I mean, at some point.
Yeah, you know what? He is actually he's facing the northwestern corner.
At some point, after I don't know, beard kink and everything else, I will also retire to the barn, and I'm going to make Finley the little spoon.
Okay.
If you're up for it, Spook.
I'll allow it.
Kelly, you got anything else you want to do?
I probably would have been the first to retire after the incident.
Cuddle pile.
Put me in the wrong mood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you just go in there and they're spooning, and Haig is sitting with his eyes open, making a weird noise, looking into a corner.
Look, I'm like 6 sheets to the wind, all right? I don't give a fuck.
Yep. That's probably what would have happened. Yeah.
Just join in the cuddle. Come on, just get in there.
Daka,
Cuddle puddle.
what do you do after you get this information?
Puddle.
She had more books, right?
She does. I mean, you've only seen the first floor, which is just like it's a reception area. It's got a table for you to read books at, and like invisible servants to do stuff for you. But I wouldn't say it's more than like 150 square feet. It's clear that there is more stuff underneath it.
Like we haven't met up with like powerful magic people lately, so
Correct.
I'm going to ask about Sarkor.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you mentioned Sarkor, she's just, oh, I see. Yes, I know of what you're speaking. There are not many who would speak on this topic. It's, well, refreshing.
Spill the beans, then.
Well, I'll tell you what I know if you tell me what you know.
So you mind if you show me yours?
Well, we found one.
Do you have it?
No, our. Do you know the shirtless dwarf in the bar?
I recall that such an individual exists, yes.
He traded it for a demon horse.
Oh, there was supposed to be a hammer.
That was unwise. With whom did he make such a trade?
I'll give you a guess.
She just looks confused, like,
Demon horse.
so a demon then.
And who is the most known demon currently?
Ah, the archdemon. Archfiend.
Bingo.
Very well. You move in unusual circles for someone who seems so upset about Stalvin Black before.
How about you tell me something and then I'll tell you something? Deal?
Okay. I have observed several Sarkor from a distance in the Elven lands, for they closed.
Lost track of them, as most people did, I guess.
Well, again, as you know, you can't go into Elven lands anymore. They're closed, but I'm sure the elves know exactly where they are. That and their imperious fascist leader.
That's new information.
I mean, she looks around and says, I'm human. I mean, I'm old for a human, very old, but I am human. And that thing claims to have made our people, which I believe to be true, but he also thinks that he owns us.
Silverblade?
Silverblade? I've not heard that name in a while. No, Flurry the Elder.
Oh, that guy.
Acheron Silverblade?
Yeah.
The Archon?
That's also new, but yes.
I thought he was dead for thousands of years.
Well, if he was, he's not anymore.
You're right, this is new information.
So you don't have any idea where any Sarkor are now?
I
Anything
assure you,
outside?
if I could acquire Sarkor, I would have them. You must know of their unique temperaments, of course. Not everyone can wield any particular object. Each of them has their own requirements.
Mm-hmm.
Not really understood why, but just having one, well, there are things you can do with it, even if it will not obey you. It is still an item of great power.
I kind of know why, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Ducklewood?
Yes. You know that they're made up of the souls of the first people of the planet.
Yeah. And but the general, you have to find the right soul for.
Yeah, you have to find
yours.
someone whose temperament matches your own, or it won't let you use it.
If I could tell you why, what would you offer me?
I mean, when you say that, she's like, are you serious?
I am older than I look.
Do you have proof?
Proof that you may not understand, but he'll show the back of his neck.
She says, I've seen this symbol once. Elven, I think.
That would make sense. All of my friends have it.
What do you want?
What can you offer?
I mean, this conversation went from we're talking about fish to a new level of tension. We're talking about forbidden magical artifacts that common people don't know about. And now we're going to ancient secrets of the planet that none know. So, I mean, like, the fucking music right now is probably just a single violin just going...
Well, this is kind of refreshing for Daka because it's like someone actually believes what we're saying. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, she is an incredible level of tension. Like, you can see that her eyes are wide, she's breathing slower, like, oh fuck, like, what can I offer for the secrets of the universe? And she says, how about a golem?
Out of character, what do you guys think?
For what? I mean,
Just for
is a
information. Like, I don't know if a golem is totally useful yet for us.
ask her for a soulbound golem.
Yeah.
Oh. Who's got a slot left?
I mean, I can. Oh wait.
I think I might. Hold up. Let me look.
I'm pretty sure I'm full.
Yeah, I'm full up too.
Check. Because I think I gave my animated shield away. So let me check.
Yeah, I have the animated shield and
I have a free slot. I have the ring protection and spite hammering. Those are the only two I have.
yeah, I have a cloak from Kelly, and I have the animated shield, and then I have Riverin. So.
Oh my god! I'm gonna get the golem to yeet me into combat.
Yes.
You ever seen that picture of the? I think it's like the cat or something riding on the duck's back. It's like, onward, Sir Hunger. There's fuckery to spread.
Or do we have anything right now that's not soulbound that we might be able to get soulbound to us? This is like a higher level wizard, so I may as well ask.
I don't know. I don't know if we do or not. I think everything that we. Sorry, I gotta find them. Yeah, we don't. I mean, we don't have any fancy stuff. I think so.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is like some sort of like armor or whatever. But other than that, like that's about it really.
Golem seems cooler.
Golem does seem cooler. Yeah. Soulbound golem? Absolutely.
I'll ask about a soulbound golem.
She says, such a thing could be possible. I have not made one before. I would need to consult with a colleague about this.
Oh, we'll be.
It will require material from its owner, I suspect.
Well, we'll be a few days. We're going to speak with Crix the Strong, so we'll give you time.
Very well. It should take me perhaps 10 days to gather the materials. The construction of these things is not quick, but if you have 40 days, perhaps I'll be able to forge it. The owner will need to be present on occasion to imprint upon this. And it will not be as strong as another golem.
I'm sure that's okay.
Very well. She writes things down. She basically formalizes your agreement on a piece of parchment in gold ink and like bites her own thumb and presses the blood onto one side where a signature would be and then slides it over to you and says, "This will formalize our agreement. We'll be bound by this contract."
Okay. And as he's signing, he'll tell him, like, before the elves were a race of people, these dead bodies have traveled through time, and these are the Sarkor.
All right, she's just like, this is horrifying. This is like, this could destroy the academic community. The idea that these are prisoners
There are always things from before. Before the gods was one god who decided had lived all they wanted to live. When they died, remnants of them became the gods that you know now. Of course, except for my friends and I, we're fragments of the original.
You claim to be a part of a god. You're just like furiously writing things down.
We cannot die. We've only found more information about ourselves as we go along. Memories are few and far between.
I mean, I'd say we die. We just don't suffer true death.
Yeah. Or like death will not accept us. She's angry with us.
She is our sister.
Listen,
Just
that's gonna
imagine
be.
you show up, you open the door, it goes, oh hell no, and throws a pan at you, and you have to leave.
Get the hell out.
Get that boy some
Don't
milk.
get invited for Thanksgiving or nothing. It's bullshit.
Wait, I might be having like some sort of mental breakdown right now, but didn't we come to some sort of like understanding that there was like, oh fuck, I was at the tip of my brain and I just fucking forgot it. God damn it! I hate my brain sometimes. It works so strangely.
About what?
But specifically about we got given some information about that. Oh,
There was like
I'm
death
sorry.
killed us over and over. We refused to die, and that's why we can't
Yes,
remember
the
anything.
memories. The memories. We made a deal with death, and our memories are like slowly going away, so that we can have a permanent death or some shit like that, right?
Yeah, well, like she's trying to coax us into wanting to die because apparently now we don't.
Yeah.
At least that's what I remember of it.
Yeah, no, that's what I remember. I remember it was something like she kept killing us over and over, and then we made some sort of pact with her where she erases our memories, and then we just go about living, and when we catch up again, we get our memories erased or something, and eventually we'll go crazy from it and actually want the release.
Yeah.
I guess. Does that sound right, Arthur?
Your interpretation exists. It's close.
Let's see if
So, are you doing anything else, Daka? I mean, this woman is like, I think she might be on the verge of a heart attack. You've been like, I am a god. I have information that will upset the magical community, indicating that the objects they desire are actually the souls of the damned.
Yeah.
The thing
Well,
you
like
desire most is a hell-cursed death item.
like when I see her face, I'm like, yeah, hell of a fucking trip, isn't it? Imagine when I found out.
We call that a Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Would you like to know more? Or are you quite done?
I think she says, perhaps this is enough for tonight. I must admit, normally I am thirsty for knowledge, but I find my cup has run over.
Fair enough.
She begins spreading out a large piece of parchment on the table and beginning to chart things. She's essentially doing the conspiracy theory wall, but on a two-dimensional flat surface rather than on a whiteboard.
I'll like stand behind her and be like, no, that to that.
Okay. At some point you hear someone calling from outside the tower, Father, are you there? And then it gets quieter as they're walking away and you hear, Father.
I'll like, how far away is the road from here?
This place has the entire town has one road. Everything else is just walking paths.
I'm just wondering if it's within dimension door distance.
The sound of this noise, yeah, you could definitely dimension door out to wherever you believe it to be.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, 1 second, and then like fractalize outside.
All right, you see Riverin wandering around, like bundled up in a cloak, just going, "Father, where are you?" That
Like call behind her.
Oh, she turns around and just says, "Oh, there you are. Where have you been? I think everybody else went to sleep early, surprisingly."
Yeah, they were very drunk, and Kelly was very sad. I played a trick. Maybe I shouldn't have. But there's a lady in there, more talented with magic than I am, that knows a few details that would help us.
Oh, I didn't want to disturb you, Father, if you're entertaining a lady. I'll head back.
That's not, well, I think she's a little bit in a rough mental state now anyway. Maybe I should say goodbye and we can head back.
She looks confused but says, "Okay." Do you dimension door back inside?
I don't have any spell slots left,
All right,
so I just walk back inside.
because it would not work.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
You're
like when I go back inside and just like do the talking thing, I'll mention River on the way back and like, you know how we tell people things and they think we're crazy and don't believe us?
Yes.
That lady believed every word I said.
Oh, she seems very nice. I'm glad you found someone like that.
It was refreshing. I think I broke her though.
Well, you are a master of dark emotional arts, so
True.
it's cold here. Perhaps in the future, I don't want to seem too spoiled, but if we were to spend more time in the South, I would appreciate it. There's not a lot of life up here.
No, there isn't.
And people don't like to show their emotions. Frustrating.
Have you had any... Did you ever try to enter Agrim's dreams and figure out what was wrong with him?
Now, I don't know that anyone can figure out what's wrong with any of you, but I walk in all of your dreams every few nights.
Ouch.
With the realization that she's walked through Kelly's dreams, he's just like, it's like that anime guy driving the car and just like,
Yeah. By the way, did you know it's National Anime Day today? I didn't know that. I feel like after the show, I need to watch some anime.
wow.
I'm gonna lose my time. I haven't watched anime in weeks now. It's bad.
Dang, man.
I know. It's dead to me now. The new seasons of stuff is coming out, so maybe something will get my interest. But just Mountain Blade and Final Fantasy VII got me. Anyway, so yeah, like Riverin. Just to be clear, Riverin isn't implying you slept with this woman or anything, or that she cares about such things. She's worried because you left without saying anything to anybody, and she didn't know where you were.
Well, I thought Finley was whatever. Like we were talking about the fish, and then
yeah, but you separated yourself from the party, and then you left with a strange woman without telling anybody.
That's true.
So she went wandering the town, shouting "Father" until somebody answered.
Well, I'll let you know next time. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah. You make it back. Haig has collapsed sideways. He's still too tired to meditate. Everybody else is spooning each other in a giant circle spoon situation.
Body warmth, man.
Yeah.
I still have like blood and normal shit, right? I'm not
Yes,
just like
you are a mortal being. You will die if you are not kept within a certain temperature range with oxygen, water, and food.
I'm just wondering if I'm like a super cold rock that snuggles up to someone.
No, you have the same body temperature.
Your
Same.
hands are freezing.
I was gonna say you gotta go stand
Yeah.
in the campfire for a bit first, then you can.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, they could just use you. They could put you underneath a blanket.
It's like putting a hot rock in your sleeping bag.
Yeah. But I don't have any way to make.
Sometimes, if they leave you out in the sun, they could crack an egg on you.
All right, hot shots.
I just like wake up from a nap with like remnants of eggs on my chest.
Fuck.
What the heck happened?
In the morning, you all are woken in just a few hours. You definitely have not slept enough, as Riverin is like shaking all of you and saying, "It's almost dawn. Get up." I mean, when you shake your head, Finley,
I hit the snooze button.
Riverin kicks you in the
her
stomach.
nose.
I'm not joking around. We have a boat to catch. They're not going to wait for us. They seem very serious around here.
I think I probably would have been up pretty early, given the time I went to bed. I think.
We'll come back to that in a second.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Daga only
Okay.
needs a short rest to reset his spells anyway.
Oh,
so.
listen to this, Mr. Spell Resetter. Okay, yeah,
Oh,
well,
I'm an elf. I can meditate for 4
you need to take a
hours.
long rest once every day or you get exhaustion. So,
Yeah, we can sleep on the boat. Let's go.
yeah, like Riverin is maybe with Daka's help getting everybody up and awake and loading everything back on the cart. You've already paid up your room. There's no breakfast for you in the inn because that wasn't part of your deal. But yeah, you make your way together to the temple, which is set by the craggy shore, and waiting there is essentially like a barge longboat combination. It's like it
Made
is
out of corpses. No.
no, it's made out of wood. It's large, flat-bottomed, rectangular, perhaps 100 feet long, maybe 10 to 12 feet in draft downwardly. It's loaded up with crates and crates and crates and large lumber piles, but there's enough space that's been left for your wagon and the 6 of you and your horse.
Okay. But the horse can be like clicked away.
Yes,
so-
the horse can travel to the ethereal plane. But the horse I was talking about is the one you have that draws the wagon, not the demon. Which I'm
That
assuming you
is-
have clicked away because it's going to make a real splash up here.
Well, the horse that we have that pulls the wagon is Gygax.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as you get on, the boat captain is just gesturing to a golem, which its only purpose, it's a wood golem, and its only purpose appears to be to push the boat via an oar. And he says a few commands to it after playing a flute, and it begins pushing the boat away. The captain holds up a orange gem and whispers a few words to it, and it floats to the middle of the boat, and you're all encapsulated in like a tunnel of warmth. He does the same thing to a green gem, and now the area around you, it's difficult to see out of. It's as if you're surrounded by mist. Or something opaque, like looking through a fogged up shower door.
Like frosted glass kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And the captain says, "So, you're my cargo today.
Yep.
It'll be nice and warm for our transit. Be 2 days to the conclave. Have to use the greenstone and keep raiders away. They won't be able to see us, but we won't be able to see them. Don't open the crates. It's full of arms."
like weaponry.
Yeah, I like weaponry. What? No, I'm transporting human arms to the Conclave. Yes, weaponry.
I was
Sorry,
worried.
we just saw a giant pile of corpses walking around
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah, the constructors. I guess you're a bit new to that. You do seem a bit southern.
Agram, this is your cue.
This is my hammer, Dez, and this is my other hammer, Troy. You put them together? Dez, Troy.
Oh my God, get out.
Who are you calling Southern?
Are you calling Southern?
Yeah.
I'm gonna whoop your ass and make me some biscuits and gravy.
But in the meantime, I'll like tell the party about what I learned about the fish and possibly soulbound golem for anyone who has a free slot or wants to give up a slot for a soulbound golem or whatever.
Kelly, as this conversation is happening, you're remembering a dream you had last night.
All right.
You didn't recall it until just now, but you remember that your incubus boyfriend showed up in your dream and was sitting across from you. You're basically in a recreation of that long haul, but instead, like, the fire is green hellfire and the drinks are all blood goblets, and there's like people screaming in pain in the background, but also there's like organization. Like everybody's super orderly. People come in and like place their coin down. They get their drink, they drink it, they leave. The people in the torture racks, they stay for exactly 5 minutes, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, time to get off," and go back to my eternal
spray
sorebound.
it down, wipe it down,
Yeah.
let the next guy on the rack.
I know you're laughing, but yes, that's exactly how it goes.
Sorry, I got a little sweaty there, brother. I was like, oh no, it's okay, it's okay. As long as it's clean, it's fine.
So he says,
I just need to do my set on the torture rack.
Was that song the Dance Macabre by Ghost? That video is what I'm envisioning.
I love that video. Fuck, man, it's so good. I love me some Ghost.
he says, "Solve in black."
Well, what am I wearing in the stream, by the way?
What are you wearing in the stream?
Oh God, here we
You
go.
tell me.
I don't know. I mean, that sets the tone pretty hard. So
What do you want to be wearing in this dream? This does, just to be
what I was
clear, this
wearing
does
at
not
the-
appear to be a sexy dream so far.
yeah, then it would probably be wearing what I was wearing at the actual long haul, whatever you call it.
Yeah, he just says "Solve in black" to you.
Why are you bringing him up?
He's weak. His power is waning across the plains. It is known that he has lost favor.
Okay.
I did not see it when we first met, but you have within you great capacity. If your party seems intent on killing Solve in Black, if you were to sacrifice him properly, you could gain his power, absorb the archdemon. Archfiend. Sorry, he says archfiend. Merge it with your own nascent god powers. Could become something completely new that none of the planes have ever seen before. And together we could rule.
Okay. So
Strike me
Kelly
down and take your rightful place.
Yeah.
Kelly looks up at him and she's like, together?
Of course. Forever. I am as eternal as the stuff that has made me. And if you were to become the Archfiend, I would be a part of you. Forever.
Man. So
Yeah,
Kelly
turns
sort of
out
like
turns out that this party is continuously tempted by evil beings, and they're like, okay, sure.
I mean, this, yeah. So, okay. So this is definitely a moment here. I'm gonna just end a monologue a little bit
Sure,
to
go
like
ahead.
help.
Please do.
So there was like, so Kelly has had a lot of interactions with this creature, and there's been a lot of rolls against this creature, and she's lost handedly every single time that she's done that. So I've always played that she is like just obsessed with this creature. And the idea that their interactions could actually be physical rather than just the mental interactions that they are is probably something that she's been wanting for a very long time. So Kelly will look up and say, where are you now?
I'm here with you.
No, I know this isn't real.
This is.
I need you to be here with me.
This is the ethereal plane.
You.
We are together in your dream.
You know that's not good enough for me. I need you to come to where I am, and I need you to tell me that in person.
I will show myself soon when I can. You must find privacy from. There are some among your number who would not accept our relationship without preparation.
Well, where do you want me to go?
Wherever you can find privacy. You spend a lot of time with everyone else, like a lot of time, like a ridiculous amount of time with all of them. You basically are always together. He slams his mug down and his grip on the mug tightens, and he's just like, you're always together with them. Just makes me a little jealous.
There's nothing to be jealous about. I mean, no one fucks the dwarf.
Wow. Look, if I named episodes, that would be the name of this episode.
No, she doesn't say that. So she, all right. We're about to get on a boat. I don't know how long we'll be on the boat for, but I will make some time to mentally prepare myself. That's what I'll say to them.
Okay.
I mean, everyone needs some moment to themselves, right?
Of course.
But promise me you'll visit me, yes?
As soon as it's ready. I mean, my only company right now is that stupid horse.
Horse?
Yeah, he like gestures. So you guys are in the ethereal plane and you're dreaming, but Antu Gatos is just like walking around in the bar, like going around to people on the torture racks and like biting into their flesh and like removing their liver or pancreas. And he's like, yes. Like keeps muttering about how it wants to devour the blood of the innocent.
That's my boy.
It is a savage beast, not made for conversation.
Well, you should definitely come back to where we are. I assume I'm much better at conversation than
Horse is middle as fuck.
He puts a finger on your mouth and says, "We don't need to converse. We can if you want to, but."
Well, hopefully, if we're going to spend the rest of eternity together, we'll have lots to say to each other, and lots not to say to each other, obviously.
Suddenly, the Seether cover of Fearless Whisper comes on.
At that point, you are awakened by Riverin, like shaking you on your shoulders, and you remember this now that you're on the boat.
Mm-hmm. I'm just like, and maybe I'm just like daydreaming or something. I'm just like snap back and was like.
The last thing you heard was something about Char. It's 100 feet long and maybe 20 feet wide. It's like a giant rectangle.
definitely not enough space for a sorted get together with a demon husbando.
Surely not. There's no real privacy, but you could probably like duck down behind some crates and summon him for like let's sit on the floor and talk.
I think she'll wait until
Make a fort out of boxes.
Want to sneak behind the bleachers and make out?
Exactly.
No mortals allowed in Fort Kickass.
This game is so fucking weird, guys.
Yeah, it is.
It's,
Hey man,
it's it is what it is.
look, this is a what episode are we on now? 60?
52.
52.
52. Right. 52 episodes. Like that's an entire year's worth of 4-hour episodes.
It's way more than a year, but yes.
And in that time, there have been countless revelations and character growth moments and constant callbacks to the things that have happened in the past. So, and the Incubus one was just such a fucking like oddity.
It was so wacky.
It was so wacky to backy that I can't not have it be a part of this character.
Sure.
Like,
that's fine.
in all honesty, like, yeah. I'd be doing a disservice to myself and to everyone who's watched this far to not be like, hey, remember that thing?
Look, I'm just reminded of that D&D comic where the guy shows up and he's like, I'm a level 1 bard clown. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then they're like, final episode, and he's like holding a door open and says, Pacifica, go, I'll save you. And she's like, but I have to tell you. And he's like, I know, I've always known. That is how D&D games turn out. You start out with some guy who's like, my name is Mr. Sicarian, I'm the cook, and then by the final episode he's like, that's right, Mr. Titan, I am now a psychically augmented power armor warrior bestowed by the blood of psychic Nords.
Or you'll
By
see
the
those,
way, I got health potions from a talking octopus.
Yeah, the fucking talking
you'll
octopus.
see that like I know in the D&D meme subreddit that one of its Nick Fury sitting in his SUV. It's like my first character, optimized human fighter champion. It's like my 20th character. It's like drunk who made pact with Cthulhu-esque creature while blacked out and rides pink sparkle pony. And it's Joji in the little pink car. I'll have to post them. It's pretty funny.
Sometime around the end of the first day, there is a boat approaching you from the front. It's hard to see because you're being like, okay, allow me to describe the area. Let's start there. These are like shallow water, almost Irish level of islands. There's hundreds of them up here. Some of them are very small. Others of them cover kilometers. Others cover dozens to hundreds of kilometers. The variety of life here is actually astounding. There's not a lot of coloration, but a lot of white or fully black or gray creatures. We're talking seals. You think you see in the far distance like a shallow small whale, fish everywhere.
There's the king of the cops. No. There's the king.
Deer with
Does someone have
massive
a quarter? We
antlers.
gotta feed the fish.
Ice buffalo. Lots of rock, not a lot of soil. The tundra, it keeps getting colder outside, as you can see. Like, you can't feel it because the yellow gemstone that's anchored to the boat that's just floating in the air above you keeps you warm and pretty well lit at all times. Even at night, there's still like a bubble of light around you. But you see, as the end of the first night is approaching, that there's a boat that's headed directly towards you, and the captain seems a little worried.
What happened to the misty bubble?
It's still there. Like, you could only see the boat vaguely, but it is making no attempt to veer from a direct course towards you.
I'll ask the captain, like,
This has never happened before.
Probably a fisherman out for a joyride.
Why would you say
hate
that?
to-
That's odd. Like,
Through
if you say
infested waters.
that's just like something I'd hear in one of the old horror tales before we're all murdered.
Is there pirates on these oceans?
There are. I mean, he laughs and says there's no pirates, but there are raiders. Gnomes are pirates. Out here, you're going to find the local residents taking shallow drafted boats and stealing from one clan for another clan's sake. No one would ever touch these arms. These are the Conclave's arms. But maybe somebody's crazy. Can you fight on a boat? He says while he like draws a harpoon.
I'm in plate mail, yeah.
Yes.
Obviously.
So just to be clear, the water out here is at most like 20 feet deep. If you fell in, you would still die. But if you fell in close enough to a shoreline, you could agonizingly slowly climb up the side of it until maybe you lived.
I just want to check my spell book real quick just to make sure that I don't have anything.
Water breathing.
Or water walking.
Very near
Water
or below
walking.
freezing water. It's just like kept moving for so long that it doesn't freeze.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
salinated.
Yeah, like if you fell in the water here, it would be very bad for any of you, but it would be really bad for anyone wearing plate mail.
I think so. Only killing.
I have felt 51 below zero. It sucks.
I mean,
Could
out here,
I
the weather is probably
theoretically-
near 0 Celsius and maybe a little lower. But yeah,
Plus
like
wind chill, though, right?
yeah, getting wet in this environment and
Okay.
having to swim during combat would all be very bad.
Yeah.
There's things I learned about being in the middle of Canada. Like if there's no clouds in the winter, that means it's fucking cold outside because the clouds can't form. It's too cold.
So, could I like misty step out of the water?
Interesting. I believe so. Nothing would
Like
stop
if
you
I
from
fell
doing.
in, could I
No way
misty
you
step
couldn't.
out?
Yes, but you can only go to some place you can see, which would mean you'd have to misty step to like you
Mast.
grabbing onto the side of the boat.
Or not the mast.
You wouldn't be able to be like, I misty step to the inside of the boat because you can't see it.
Yeah, you'd have to dimension door for something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd still be able to be like, okay, I'm drowning. Now I'm going to pull myself up. The
Yeah,
problem is, and this is just a very minor problem, it's a verbal spell, which means you have to say something. So if someone counterspelled you while you did it, you would then start drowning because you don't have any breath left.
Let's just go ahead and tie a rope around Kelly and tie it to something big.
Tie her off.
Tie it
I
to
mean, the other
Agram
thing-
because he's the only one strong enough
Misty
to pull him
Step,
back up.
in this situation, Misty Step is going to help you 99 billion% of the time.
Yeah.
You would have to fall in the water. Someone capable of casting Counterspell would have to have Counterspell ready and blast you with it when you try to Misty Step back up, all while you're underwater.
Plus, you would be in the water, so it might not even see you trying, starting to cast something.
You
or
can
say something
definitely,
or whatever.
you can definitely see the bottom.
I could counterspell
Okay.
their counterspell. We got this.
Ooh, listen to that. Yeah, that's straight up. You know?
Nerd
Yo,
fight.
we got a blue mage.
That's that
We got a blue
Scanlan
mage.
short haul level bullshit. when the wizard's just like, very well, counterspell, and then one of the players is just like, counterspell, and you're like, shit, it's a 3rd level spell. You automatically succeed. Very well. Yeah. What are you all doing? Is someone tying a rope to Kelly? Kelly, do you have Misty Step prepared? Well, you're a paladin.
I
You
always
probably-
have it. I always have it prepared.
Yeah,
it's
then
part
you're
of
set.
It's part of my
Paladinness.
the paladin archetype spell that I have, which is always prepared. So I don't know what you call that. School, whatever.
It's your
It's like a class, just a
Yeah,
class.
it's your
always
class
prepared
spell.
thing.
Yep.
No. Misty Step specifically is always prepared for me.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
that's what we're saying. Like you just
It's a
you get
class
like
spell.
you get like
It's like a
four-
domain spell for clerics. You can
yeah,
always just use
it's
it.
just always
Yep.
prepared.
Okay, so what if anything are you doing? The captain is just like moving to the front of the boat with the harpoon.
I will stand in the middle of the boat because I don't want to get too closest to the edge wearing what I'm wearing. So
I am interested to watch the captain throw a harpoon at something. So I will join him on the bow.
All right.
As a fellow throwing aficionado, I want to watch his heat form.
Henley?
Cross-legged in the center of the boat, sitting down.
So you're like near Kelly.
Yeah.
All right, Taka?
I'm like telling Hag and Riverin to like stay near boxes or like grab onto something.
All right. Yeah, like Hag has a crossbow that he's got loaded and leveled.
Yeah.
Riverin is just drawing things on the boat, like small protective charm runes.
Sweet.
As this object gets closer, it penetrates through the fog, and the captain throws the spear. And all of you watch as about 5 feet away from that boat, the spear starts to age rapidly. It just turns black. The iron parts of it wither away into dust, and the wood parts of it just like grow old and moldy and then turn into like fungal spores that whoosh out in the wind. The first boat, it doesn't slam into you at high speed, but you are bumping boats essentially. And a woman steps forward wearing a black cloak. The cloak swooshes in a wind that is not present, and she pulls it back. There's a red-eyed, pale-skinned human woman with black hair that says, God. I have come.
I know.
Brothers.
I knew it. I knew it.
Like, the captain is like, who are you? Stop! And she, like, puts a hand on him, and he turns into a fucking skeletal corpse, and then the skeleton just Thanos snaps out of existence.
Oh, God. And I'm standing, like, right by him, too. Well,
Yep.
that was fucking rude. Why'd you go and do that? He was a nice man.
I will bring him back after this conversation. This is not for mortal ear. She holds a hand out for you so that you can help her from her boat into your boat.
You know what? I'll do it.
All right, yeah. You don't get Thanos snapped instantly. As she steps in, she sees Hag and says, well, my champion, you seem to be doing quite well. And like he's like, oh fuck. And like levels the crossbow back up and like hides behind the box and is like using Riverin as a shield.
My old boss.
So I mean, she looks around and says, this mortal form is weak, useless, but she has served me well. I see that you all are disappointingly as well. I understand you wish to speak. Perhaps you wish to be released from your oaths?
You should give us back what you took from us.
You took what you took.
Or then you have no problem returning it.
If you wish to taste the finality of death, I can provide it.
No. That is
You are
not
a
the bargain
burden
we are
upon
making.
this world, Kelly. Everywhere you go, you kill and you kill and you kill. And yet, the souls never stay with me. That is my cause, my championship. It is the reason I was born. And you take from me everything that I have. She points to Agrim and says, he impugns upon my power now, calling forth spirits of the dead. This is my charge, why I was chosen to be born. And all of you spit upon my father, all of you spit upon me with your twisted arts. This world does not need you.
Last time I checked, it's hard to call yourself the daughter of our father when you are merely just a remnant of his droppings.
You think that you can call that great being your father? You are mortals infused with the power of a god. I am a god itself.
No.
The difference between us
that
is
was
so
the case,
vast.
Yet here you are, dumbfounded by us.
I'm only dumbfounded by your tenacity. You are the cockroach that I cannot step on. You are the only things in the world that will not die at my command. Have you made your choice yet? Will you kill the gods? Or will you save the world? Perhaps you will cast the gods out, as this Stalvin Black would have you do.
I don't think our choices have anything to do with you right now.
She laughs and gestures around you and says, what could be more worthwhile? No one's choices have any meaning anywhere as long as you continue to loop time on your death. I have spent eons waiting for you to finally complete your mission, and yet you grow weaker and weaker, more insane. Now, of course, this only works to my benefit. One day you will be so crippled and malfeasant that you'll be unable to act, and at that point you will beg to be released from your oaths.
Well, it seems like you'll be waiting a very long time for that to happen.
What is time to death? I am time.
What is time to people who can't die?
Oh, I assure you, your deaths can happen. Would
So
you
what's-
like to experience it? The release of one moment, life, and the next moment, never knowing anything ever again?
What's your actual play here?
I wish to
We-
offer you the sweet release of oblivion.
We kill Stalvin Black, all the gods get to live, everyone lives happily ever after as if everything was normal. We kill all the gods. The world falls into whatever fucking
I'm
wasteland
sure
that
you must
demon place
realize,
was.
if you kill the gods and you don't start with me, how have you not figured this out? If you kill the other gods, I grow stronger. And if you kill me, destroy the concept of death. Your task is impossible. No matter what happens, I win.
The only way to win is to not play then. So be gone.
You would dismiss me in our hour of bargaining?
I do believe the man said begone.
Okay. So the cloak that this woman is wearing disappears, and her eyes go from red to green, and she falls to the ground unconscious.
I'm going to go over there and lay on hands, Arthur.
Okay. All right. I mean, there's no physical damage to this one.
I know,
Okay.
but I still want to make sure that whatever internal transgressions our sister left inside of her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I want you guys to know that Haig is muttering to himself vague phrases that Kelly has taught him. He's basically like trying to call upon the forgotten god to save his soul, because he's so sure that he's absolutely fucked for his heresy.
Do not let the childish talks of our illegitimate sister scare you, Hag.
I mean, Haig is just like, my entire body feels fear. It is all I know now.
Grow a fucking pair.
He just starts vomiting over the side of the boat. Just be clear, the boat is still moving and it's pushing the other boat ahead of it now.
Did our captain come back, or is he still
Oh,
dust?
that's a good point. Yeah, like as this woman collapses, you see the bone dust reappears. The captain is like standing there. He's holding the harpoon, and he's just like, "Huh? How? Where did she come from?
It's dealt with.
Didn't I?" And he's like looking at the spear. Didn't I throw this?
Yeah, you nailed her. Got it. Nailed it.
Oh. And
Bullseye, Captain.
he's like checking on her. He's like, where'd I hit her? Doesn't seem to. Oh. Well, he's like checking her forehead. He just, looks like her brains are intact. There's no wound.
She was wearing a helmet.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. I don't know. I must have blinked out or something. All right. Well, let's bind her up, and then like he like flips her over so he can see her face, and he's like, oh fuck. I'm in some real deep shit.
Whose face is this?
He says, this is one of Stalvin Black's attendants. is cleric of the goddess death. I'm going to be in a lot of trouble for throwing a harpoon at her.
No, you won't. Trust me on that.
So
How
he
do you
says,
feel, by the way? Do you feel okay?
yeah, you see, yeah, he's like patting himself down. He's like, yeah, I feel fine. Why? Did something happen?
Are you hungry? Are you thirsty?
I mean, I could drink. Sorry, that's not what this guy. I could think, yeah. He like pulls a flask and starts drinking it and says, "You know what I could really go for is a good apple."
If my name isn't Light Megami.
No, I was going for Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, okay.
An apple, miss? Yeah, so he wipes his mouth and says, I think her name is Reclaimer So Yalwyn. Supposedly she's Stalvin Black's mistress.
I don't know if that's true anymore.
But that she's
What her name is.
okay. I mean, people can call themselves whatever they want, I suppose.
All right, we'll level with you. The woman that walked off that boat and walked onto ours was death itself.
Yeah.
She claims that she has ultimate victory, but everyone here is still standing and she left. So I don't think that's true.
I don't remember any of this.
No, you were dust.
You literally turn into a skeleton.
I mean, at this point, he pulls the flashback out and just... Have you all been... I thought I took all the Poros plant off the boat.
I really miss that wizard lady.
At this point, the collapsed woman starts stirring, and she sees Agrim and goes, "You!"
Me.
Pulls herself up to the side of the boat and says, "So, it's all of you then. You've come. Have you decided to bow before the Great One, Stalvin Black?"
You came to us.
I am so tempted to just knock her off the boat with a hammer. Yeah, you came to us. Your boat kind of crashed into us. We're gonna need to switch insurance or something.
Where's the glove department on this?
You were possessed of some sort.
Yes. Clearly, my goddess used me as a mortal facet.
Yeah, our sister is a bitch. Let me tell you what.
You are no more her real brothers than you are dogs given treats by a true master.
Oh, I'm so tempted to reclaim this bitch right now.
Let me ask you something.
I love that she says that we're like dogs being fed treats. Yet
she's a cleric.
Yeah.
Better than being a fucking puppet.
Let me ask you something. You are still Stalvin Black's lapdog, even though he has no power.
What I do
Or
in
less
Stalvin
power.
Black's lap is none of your concern.
You must have realized that he's not the man he once was.
I don't know what you refer to.
He's no longer the arbiter of the Archfey or the Archfiend.
I find that incredibly unlikely.
Ask him yourself.
What you think of the Archfiend perhaps does not occupy him in the way that it can do. But he still is a warlock of great power, even without needing to borrow directly.
And he would trade all the gods for...
I mean, she slams her
power.
fist against the side of the boat, and the boat starts to creak a little bit, and there's a crack there. And she says, I will not hear you speak ill of Stalvin Black.
Then go back to him.
I will take my boat, and we will ride back together, but separately. I have other business in the Conclave. That is where you're she gestures to the goods and says, that is where you're heading, yes. The captain's just like, no.
I will bid you adieu, and then we both walk the same direction.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I mean, yeah. She just, hops over back onto her boat and pushes it away from yours and exits your misty sphere area, but you can clearly see her boat following yours.
But Baka.
At some point after about an hour or two, as night is falling, it's clear she's headed in the same direction, but she can't actually see your boat. And so sometimes when there's like a left or a right turn to go around an island, she goes around the other side. At some point, just taking different directions and moving at different speeds, she leaves your field of view.
Yeah, if we notice that she like takes the wrong side around of an island, I'll go to the captain and be like, stop the boat.
Okay, yeah. He just does. He's just like, fucking hate clerics.
Death clerics at that.
Yeah.
Well, I try not to say bad things about she'll get my soul one day, I'm sure, but that one is worse than most.
Maybe she doesn't have to. I'll turn to Kelly.
Wow, you guys just really offer this power to anybody, huh?
Well, it is a limited slot, limited amount, so we probably
you want to get that premium 4-star rare North Captain who you don't know the name of.
Oh, wait. When we get back to town, maybe Wizard Lady.
Jihan Magenta.
I'm into that.
If we get back to town, I guess.
You know who's not into that? Agrim.
I mean,
nobody fucks a dwarf.
Yeah.
Didn't I tell Agrim about the soulbound golem?
Yes.
I don't think we had you would have told me.
No.
What?
Just gonna skip past that. No. We're not making a sex golem for Agrim. No.
Oh, that's not what I meant at all.
Yeah, I was confused. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
I was like, you get another cool pet.
I was gonna say,
that's true.
You might have told me, but we didn't have a specific conversation about it. Like, you might have mentioned it in passing or something. But
yeah. But anyway, we should think about high tier wizard lady as time person.
I mean, if Daka wants to recommend, like, if he thinks it's good, I mean, I'll trust he knows more about the arcane than any of us. So
we'll probably be like an in character thing with Kelly once we get back to town. But like, I just thought about that out of character. Like, if we can convert people, maybe a high level wizard would be useful.
Especially with her, I mean, as old as she is, her wealth of knowledge, even past that of.
Yeah, just to be clear, you don't know that she's particularly powerful, but you do know that she is a workshop wizard.
Huh.
Okay.
And she has powerful friends, because one of her friends was...
All right, so good news, you all get 800 experience points. Bad news, we're going to start wrapping up with those outros.
41,876.
Is it 41,876?
Did you wait? What was it
41,876?
Okay.
We need 6,200 or so.
Yeah. To get level 9.
Dave, what do you got for me?
We'll get there next week.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for playing, everyone. Welcome back, Spoody, to the world of fun. This is always a good show, but I like where this is going. I'm really excited to get more into this game. I love it when Arthur's like 52 weeks and you finally got to the first level stuff.
52 weeks and you finally encountered the card game that is literally built into the map of the game.
Yeah, I was always wondering about that, but I never questioned it. Whatever question. I was like, you know what? There's probably more, interesting ways you could draw a map. Card stuff is pretty cool. Didn't know if it was about anything, but now we do know. So yeah, go check out my stuff. Out as Blood on Steam and Switch. You can go check out all the smutty stuff I do over at Kinky Fridays on Twitter. And yeah.
This whole card thing, sorry, it reminds me of a streamer, I can't remember her name. Maybe it was like Nega Oryx or someone, but they played Breath of the Wild and got to like the end of the game and then found the first hidden shrine thing with the tutorial in it.
Yeah, I remember that. Yes. Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
They were like, "Oh, you can dodge in this game?"
Yeah. Hold the button. You can flip.
That's good.
All right, Drumurboy, let's do you next. I
make
remember
music
that.
and put it on the internet. I've got art happening right now for the new Court of Swords track. Whenever that comes back, if it comes back, yeah, it's a cool one. Like the track's going to come out regardless, and it's one I'm pretty proud of. But it's yet to be seen if that will be the final one or how that comes back and what that looks like.
I'm forced to listen to it because it's synthwave, and that's my one true weakness.
Oh no, that was the final Farverona thing. That one's out now. That one's on Spotify.
I haven't seen it pop up.
That one's called Triple Threat. This one's called Strange Wind. If you've been keeping up, you know what that's about. Working on something right now for Nerd or Die, which as soon as I'm done with it, will be out completely. After some like probably tweaks and just like QA testing, make sure everything's good. And then, oh yeah, I bought a synthesizer recently. It's in the mail. I don't know when it'll get here because the world is nuts. But when that comes in, I'm gonna do like some preliminary learning, just how it works, and then I might fire up a stream of messing around with the synth and the pedals over here. Just make a quick little jam. Maybe that'll be the start of something new. I don't know. That's about it, though. Spooty, how you holding up?
Tired. It's good to be back though, and next week I'm off all week, so Mountain Blade, Banner Lord will be happening, and I'll catch back up with my island villagers. They probably all hate me right now.
That's okay. I sent you a golden watering can so that when you get back, you'll be able to water at high speed.
I'm gonna just water everything.
Did you miss the whole egg event thing?
I saw it for I played for about 30 minutes and got about 1 million eggs, and then stopped playing.
Yeah, there was a theory. I saw this on Twitter earlier today. There's something in New Leaf or like the mobile game about the zipper bunny, whatever, that shows up in every Animal Crossing game. Like one of the games had, you were searching for eggs with legs, and the fan theory seemed to suggest that Zipper Bunny, like he's like talking to himself about like how it's so clever that he's in this costume or whatever. But the theory that people put together is he's actually a pile of sentient leg eggs in a costume, and every Easter he gets more powerful.
Oh God,
That's creepy.
That's some Dark Cthulhu shit right there.
Well, he does look like a serial killer, so you never know.
yeah, that's all I got.
That was my Twitter nugget for the day.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I guess that just leaves Atomic.
Where? Oh,
If you're not first, you're last.
that's fine. Yeah, what's up? I'm Atomic Warsmith. Catch me twitch.tv/Atomic Warsmith. When I start streaming stuff again at some point, I'm sure I should really stream Mountain Blade, but I just start playing it and then time disappears. Find me here on Wednesdays, obviously, with these fine bearded gentlemen, and then on Saturdays with, let's see, is everybody bearded? Sid shaves, doesn't he? Mostly bearded gentlemen for Rogue Trader, which is really fun. We really get into it. And then Arthur's gonna get us all killed, I'm sure.
Whoa. Are you kidding me? I literally just changed the entire state of the government. People were like, you know what we should do? We should do crime against the Imperium. And I was like, you know what we should do? We should hunt them all down and murder them in the streets.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for us to for that to go like horribly wrong.
Then we should brag about it openly to everybody we know and say, you know who killed them? Us. It was me.
Yeah,
I murdered all those crime lords.
What could possibly go wrong?
So you reconfigured the in-game government to be a reflection of U.S. politics?
Yeah, exactly. The person with the largest gun who murders as many people as possible gets to win.
It's a drag race between AP killing the wrong person and pissing off a criminal organization that could squash us like a bug, and Sid getting possessed by a demon and getting us all killed.
We're rogue traitors. We are the law of the Emperor out here. We have to lay down this justice. It's in our charter. Yeah. And also, it makes me feel better.
Makes me feel better on the inside. And then Sundays in Catch Me Over in Pondo's channel for our 5e Gestalt game, in which we're meandering around killing dragons and shit. It's pretty fun. So there hasn't been any more episodes where we spent an hour and a half talking about horses, but you know, give it time. I'm sure it'll happen again. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I've been doing these days. What are you doing, Arthur?
Well, you know. What am I doing? Constant shows, slowly falling into a miasma of the quarantine state where I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. I was when I woke up this morning, I was like, I wonder if I'm incredibly dehydrated. And then I was like, look, I have all of these symptoms. I must be incredibly dehydrated. And then I drank like 6 gallons of water and I was like, oh, wow, I feel like I'm human again.
Yeah, dehydration is one of my biggest problems. I actually have a bunch of people now that I know that are like, oh my God, I know what you, because I get a lot of people like, oh, you get to spend a lot of time at home. That must be great. I'm like, no, it's not. It's great for about a week. And then you run out of shit to do. You're stuck with yourself, you know, whatever. Like it sucks after a while. Like if it's one thing if it's like, oh, it's a vacation. Another thing if it's week after week or whatever, you know, and people are experiencing, they're like, oh my God, I know what you mean now. I'm like, yeah, it sucks. So that's everybody I know is just losing their mind for just being stuck at home. Like,
well, you know, that's not that different for me, but
it's weird though. Like I have the same stuck at home lifestyle, just working from home.
Yeah.
But even over the past like
I
2
know,
weeks,
like
it's been,
even though not that much is different, just enough is different to make it weird.
Yeah, like it's incredibly. I didn't think it would be as difficult as it is to just like. I've been waking up a lot later. I'm finding it harder to even start working.
Yeah, now that I don't go to the gym at the same time every morning, I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'll just stay up till 4 a.m. playing Mountain Blade and wake up at noon. I've become a college student again.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah.
That's normally what I do, but
I committed the ultimate modern sin. I bought myself a printer.
Wow. Holy shit. What is that like?
Are you prepared to buy yourself a printer every time you run out of ink because it's cheaper than buying the ink?
No,
yeah.
I bought a printer that natively has drums in it, so you can like just put some ink in that shit. It's the thing. I bought a printer and then I printed something on it and it fucked up on the first print.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a printer to me. Yeah.
Dave said printer, and I'm like, "What do you got? What are you gonna 3D print with it?" And I'm like, "Oh wait, that's right. There are no. I just forgot normal printers were a thing because I haven't used one.
Which came first, printers or XCOM? Because same.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, I'm like, okay, I need to sign a document, and I'm just like, oh fuck, I can't.
Yeah, I've just e-signed everything for the past forever. I had to print out some
with
ATF paperwork.
With Polish shit, you have to do it.
I had to send a check for taxes because today is tax day in America.
Oh yeah, no, I had to send off a bunch of paperwork to the ATF, and it was literally the first thing I've printed in probably 4 years. Like I had to go and we had to dig a printer out of the closet just so I could print paperwork to send to the ATF because they still live in the Stone Age. It's just like, Fuck, dude.
This is the first year the Canadian Revenue Agency accepts like digital signatures. I've been doing digital signatures for the last 4 years. No one said anything, so okay.
Yeah.
It works. It works.
I mean,
All
if you
right.
make it look like a scan, you're good.
Well, like I wrote out my signature 6 times and scanned it. So now I have 6 different signatures that I like switch out, so it's not like
Nice.
the same carbon copy every time.
Smart.
President Barack Obama signature. Just get it in a rubber stamp. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. That's how you do it.
Yeah, man. Get it in a rubber stamp or like get like the computer file and then send it off to someone on Fiverr to make a 3D model of it.
Ooh,
And then get
Fiverr. Does
get a
Fiverr still
3D
exist?
Oh yeah,
Fiverr
no,
is huge,
Fiverr's,
man.
like, Fiverr's
yeah.
like massive. Still,
Fiverr's
so,
huge.
Yeah.
Funny
All right.
thing, Nerd Eyes finds their stuff on Fiverr all the time.
I think we gotta shut the fuck up so Spook can go to bed.
Yep. We gotta get Spootnik because he's got to work.
Yeah, poor bastard.
Friends,
Damn it.
have a good night.
Twitch Prime.
Twitch.
See you
Oh, yeah,
Saturday,
Twitch Prime.
gentlemen.
That exists.
Those of you who'll be here, yeah, just friend.